Hello, I'm John Joe. Welcome to Lime War. Today we've got Valithor2 who's starting here, and his enemy Clutchi both picked this area, so they blacklisted it, which means they started either side of that blacklisted area. Clutchi is over here. Both players are trying to expand, and I assume they pretty much know where the enemy started. So we've got Clutchi going for barracks and one factory. Got another barracks coming in now, and Valithor is going 2 barracks with commandos. Valithor really likes these commandos. He's pretty much using these mainly as his infantry units in general as well. But he's got transport plane coming in here from an airfield, and he's got a factory coming in now as well. Both players have spotted each other at this point, and they are going to probably engage early here. And we can't see the units here, so we know they're in the mountains. And upon seeing that, it looks like Clutchi has gone in for more barracks. He's got 2 more barracks set up here on either side. But he has left his infantry units expanding, which is probably quite a wise idea right now, because Valithor has some territory up here to expand to, but Clutchi, on the ground side of things, without crossing the water, Clutchi definitely has more land available to him. He does also have this island over here, but Valithor already has planned that, and I assume that's what these commandos are for. Going to use those and the transport plane to go over this area, as this is probably a very valuable spot to have. Got 2 trade routes running from this city to go either way over there, which are both easily defendable areas. As of right now, Valithor2 is on the retreat, and he is bringing all of his units into this little area to try and defend from the group of infantry over here. He can spot the artillery moving in now, and he does have strikers being produced, I think that is. And the transport jet is on the move. I'm going to guess that is over here somewhere. I could be wrong. He might be trying to be offensive with that first. Actually, to be fair, he's going in over here. He's trying to get in the back of Clutchi. I mean, he can always take that area over in the end, so that's definitely a better plan than I was thinking. The units over here are engaging. Valithor has brought in the units from all directions to try and catch them off guard a bit. And Clutchi is now on the run, and his artillery over here is out of place and is undefended now as it tries to retreat. I think Clutchi is going to try and come in and defend that artillery. He is. He's bringing in the units this way to block off that pass. At the same time, Clutchi is building up some units in the forest here. He doesn't want them to be revealed just yet. So he's going to try and take these territories first and then probably go up this way. Probably going to keep these units as scouts or defense. And potentially go in or just try and make sure that Valithor doesn't come out. That being said, Valithor's transport jet has dropped off these commandos over here. And is back on its way down this way. These commandos are doing good at capturing these territories. And the transport jet will probably keep on supplying over here for a while, or maybe in different locations. Just try and build up the numbers there. Help against Valithor later on. He is Valithor. Help against Clutchi later on. The engagement's going on over here again. Valithor wants to take out these units. And Clutchi is going to reinforce them with some artillery and some more units. Infantry. But Clutchi is not willing to send these units in just yet. He wants them to build up in larger numbers. He is still capturing some territory. So at this point I'd like to have a look at the economy, because they both have the ability to take over some more. They haven't each reached their goal yet. So we've got 330 from Valithor. I forgot what I saw from Clutchi. 390. So Clutchi's doing alright with the territory grabbing. But he does have more barracks built than Valithor, so that might be the reason for that. Transport jet is on the move again. I'm not sure which way it's going to go. Probably this way again. Get up here. He's going to try and take over this island in the north. Both players are building up their units quite substantially now. We have the units coming in over here, which Valithor has probably spotted by this point. And he's sending some more over to expand this direction And a lot of these units are going up this way, so that's going to be his offensive strategy there. As he brings in some units over here, it prevents these guys from reinforcing this area. Meanwhile, Clutchi is still expanding over there, but he doesn't have that many units going in that direction, so Valithor is going to be able to take over a lot of this territory before Clutchi even gets there, and I wonder how far he's already got. There we go, some commanders are revealing themselves over here, and a striker's been called in now, and Clutchi has absolutely no anti-air right now, so that striker is going to get 3 hits no matter where it goes. From Valithor's perspective, he might lose this engagement down here, but he does have more production from the barracks there. The transport jet's still being as active as it can be, but it's under a bit of a threat right now, as units are coming in through this centre, and this is why I like the infantry, because they're attacking over here, which Valithor does not have enough units to defend against, despite having a striker which is getting 3 hits in. And even if these artillery are able to take out this, with the backup from more artillery coming in, we have another group here which can come in through this way, which I don't think it's going to do. I think it's going to reinforce here and take out this other artillery while this group goes for that one. We still have an engagement going on over here, which these units are coming in through that direction to take on there. So Valithor's under pressure in 3 different locations. One's being reinforced instead, so there's that. But Clutchi is going to be having a problem later on from the left side of the map. That's what I was going to check as well. So Valithor's got a few territories over here. He could set up some barracks in this direction as well, but Valithor's struggling with energy right now, and that's something he needs to try and build, but he can't put it here because that's in quite a dangerous location to have, and I don't see anywhere else he can put it right now, unless he goes for power plants. Luckily, Valithor was able to defend from that attack, but most of the units came in a sort of stream from this direction. This is probably why I suggested pushing through over this way. But as they were attacking the structure here, the artillery were able to get some extra damage in on that. And Clutchi does have some artillery still doing a lot of damage here, so even though he lost the engagement on the left-hand side, which is partly because he's got a strike command here. You don't want the strike command right now. You want to still be attacking the units that are attacking you so they don't build up in numbers. But on this side, he is still getting some damage in, and he's going to probably take out that barracks. But Commando definitely took out that unit there. These artillery might be next. Over here, the commandos are still spreading out on their own, taking over the territory. But they're doing quite a good job of it. He probably could have a barracks set up, but these strikers aren't going to be useful that much, and he knows this, so he's turned off the production of them until he can find a viable power source, which I can't see if he's got any. Over here, the commandos are chasing away the artillery, but the artillery was able to destroy the barracks here. But now Valithor's doing a counter-attack, so although he's lost 2 production structures, he is now able to get some more out there. And he is able to attack back. So from Clutch's point of view, he does have quite a few units. However, he won't have enough infantry here to defend against these artillery and infantry with commandos. But he is sending another force to attack on this side, and he has his own commandos going up through this centre bit here. He's going to try to avoid this commando so he doesn't engage, and Valithor does spot the commandos anyway, which is unfortunate. But another thing Valithor's doing, he's got 2 commandos going at the side, and this is the advantage of the commandos. They can sneak around the map, even if Clutchi can see that map, which he can see the territory being taken, but he can't see that the commandos are there. So if they're on the blue line commands like Clutchi's using, you can't see them that well. But by the looks of it, he seems to have stopped his unit's movements. Yeah, when they stop, they end up taking the territory, which I think should be default to off, unless you want them to take over that. So he's spreading out his commandos to take out these structures, and 2 are even going this way, so these commandos are going to do a lot of damage there. Clutch is trying to use the forest as cover when there's artillery over here, so he's going to try and take those out now as they've entered the forest, and the infantry get a buff from the forest. If I hover over it, forest train, I'm pretty sure, yeah, rifleman bonus. It doesn't really say what bonus, but there's a land speed penalty and tank speed penalty, but otherwise the infantry have the advantage in the forest. The commandos have been spotted. Valithor's got them on an orange command, so they've gone for an attack, which I don't think was his objective there. Which is unfortunate for him. He could have saved those with a blue command, but he was trying to take territory around the side anyway, so... Up over here, he does have a barracks set up, which is probably bad timing just as Clutchi reaches there with quite a large force. And Valithor's got quite a few artillery left over, but most of his infantry are gone, and there's quite a few infantry left over. Some of them are commandos, which means they've even got extra stealth on them, being in the forest and being a stealth unit. They're probably going to be able to take out these artillery being in the forest area, but if Valithor was to retreat, he might be able to spot them, which is what it looks like he's doing. Yeah, he's got his artillery to come back and go onto these circle commands. Let his infantry try and go into that. Over here, though, the infantry are going to overwhelm this small force here and probably take out the barracks. Which is unfortunate for Valithor, because usually he does excel at trying to find weakness in the enemy's location, and he does try to come in through the back of their base. Valithor's still trying to expand through the map over here, which he hasn't managed to do, mostly because he's been trying to defend from Clutchi. And he still has no energy, which is unfortunate, because that transport jet would have been very good to just get one last units over here to be able to try and potentially get these up and running. But I think the only energy while he has available to him is this one here and a potential one here, but that's in the water, and that would require investment that he just doesn't have at this point in the game. From Clutch's point of view, he is building more commandos, and he does have a force of units going around the side, which Valithor can't see anymore because he has no units over there. But he can see the territories being taken away. Up in this corner of the map, he does have a commando that survived. He's trying to break through the line of infantry that's over there. I'd like to see what he's dealing with there. So he's got a commando about here, trying to get up through this area. With so many infantry there, and Clutchi can't even see it because they're so spread out. They are right next to each other at this point, and Clutchi hasn't spotted the commando just yet, but he is going to just walk straight into this guy, I think. Yep, he is. Will he spot that and change it? I don't think so, but one infantry might not be able to spot that commando. He's going to get shot at, which is just here as he walks past, and Valithor's commando survives. Up over in this direction, the airfield has been destroyed. As Clutchi gets closer and closer to Valithor's base, taking out even more production, he's even taken out eco from this area and gaining it from Valithor, which essentially should have been in his control. So unfortunately for Valithor, it looks like he is losing ground on this one. He does have quite a few artillery still left over with some SAM. He's got quite a bit of production trying to stream in, so he could pull this one back. Maybe not in the time that's left, so I'm not sure what's actually happening for the rest of the game. But infantry backed up with the artillery, even a small amount of artillery, is generally quite a powerful force. Especially this group over here, which if he brings them across this way, they're going to start taking out Valithor's base as well as still keeping up the territory. You can see how he's setting up his movements to slowly go towards the left-hand side. That they take all the territory and group to the left. Clutchi has been forced to retreat, but Valithor has spotted these units coming in through that section. So he does have that to deal with as well. He does control this area, which he's just about to take the last territory of. But Clutchi is back on the move. He's moving his units forward once again. He's got another force of units coming in at the bottom as reinforcements. And these units are just going to happily take the territory without Valithor trying to intervene. No, he is going to try, and he's going to push it in through the side here, which may force Clutchi to push through this way. He has deleted the line. He's creating a blue long line. Usually I'd suggest to split this maybe in half or into threes, so that you can push one at the top, one in there, and, you know, manage it a bit better. But he's got quite a lot of units right now, and they're going to spread out a bit. And if Valithor was able to get there quicker, he might be able to get them as they're still trying to organise. Some of these units are still going to head up north to try and take some territories away. And Valithor has an expanse unit over there trying to take some territory. But I don't know how many he has, and I think that Clutchi is still going to be able to win that engagement there. Valithor is coming into this area over here. He can see the line of units towards the mountain. He can see the units coming in at the bottom. Valithor2 is practically surrounded and is being pushed against him. With this being an orange command, they are going to just carry on fighting forward. And to be fair, the artillery do have some range, so that actually might be quite a good way to do it. And Valithor has probably waved the white flag now. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think Valithor could have done better in that match to take over, or what you think Clutchi could have done better to stop Valithor even faster. There are 2 videos on screen right now. Feel free to click one, and I'll see you there. Thank you for watching, and subscribe and stuff, you know. See you around.